Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to Darvanalee Designs Studio. It is a slow crafting is that day today. We're here to do some diamond painting, as you can see, all set up and ready to go. I have my iced green tea because it's a bit hot here this morning. We got a big storm last night, and so, yeah. And I worked pretty late last night. I think I got to sleep about 2:30 this morning. So yeah, I worked pretty late over on Dusty Books. Dusty Booksmithers last night, and then I went over to my friend's channel, Didi, from Virtues of Books, and yeah, had a pretty big night, and a pretty big night in. So yeah, lots of rain, lots of lightning, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was a pretty big storm that came through. It's very rare that I have to shut all the windows because I've got bullnose awnings, and it's very rare that I have to shut all the windows. And I had to shut the windows because it was squalling. So when I say squalling, we've got it's more of a nautical term, but that's what it was like. It was really squalling here. The wind was going in all the directions, and I didn't know what to do, so I shut all the windows. Because normally I like to have the windows open, so you get that nice, cool, fresh air coming through, and it just sort of freshens up the house and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. We are going to do some diamond painting today. As you can see, I am going to put the comments onto the screen because I'm not going to worry about scrolling them. So that should be good there. I might just bring this computer a little bit closer so I can read, old girl and all. Let's see, is that a bit better? No, go with regular. There we go. That's small. Let's see if we can enlarge this a bit. Oh, that's because, there goes my power pack. Sorry about that bang if I scared everybody then. Yeah, that was not my intention. So let me just, there we go. I think that might work for us. Yeah, I can see that a bit better. Oh, I do apologize for that big bang. That was my battery pack. Let me just get that and sit that in a bit of a safer place. Hopefully I didn't break it. It wouldn't be the first time I've dropped it. All right. Yep, no, it's still working. Cool. We'll just pop that into the drawer. Then that's not going to fall, is it? All right. So you might be wondering what piece I'm working on today. That's just not working for me today. Let me just get that back up to normal. There we go. And I'm just going to have to do the mouse thing. But anyway, you'll be able to see the comments coming up on the screen. I'll get this all plugged back in again. All right. So I am working on, let me just grab it. I am working on a black cat. You can't really see it because it is a bit of an overcast day here today. And my lights are they're struggling. But anyway, we've got the black cat. I have done, so for those that are wondering, this is, as you can see here, it is 99 centimeters by 70 centimeters. So I have done 30 centimeters up on this chart. So we'll show it here. I've gone 30 centimeters up and right across. So what I've done now, okay, so that's how the canvas is going to look. What I've done now is I've actually spun it. Okay, and I'm coming up this side. So this here that you can see just here is part of the globe. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this section here. And so I have, and I'll just move some stuff so you can actually see what I'm doing. So the camera's going to move, guys. So just if you get sick. All right, so this is behind the scenes. I'm not going to move the boom. But you can see I've got all of this section done. So this is 30 centimeters and goes the 99 centimeters right across, which works out to be 3 of these is about 30 centimeters, 29 to 30 centimeters. So you can see there's the, these are the release papers. Okay, and they're just the Diamond Art Club ones, the larger ones, and I've just cut in half. So they're actually this size, but I've cut them in half. So these end up being, I think, 3 by 6 or something like that. But you can see, let me just move that out of the way. I have to move that. There we go, sorry. So you can see I've got myself all set up here. That my little friend Gail bought me an octopus because we call her sort of like, she says she's like an octopus. She's just stuck to me now. So she bought me an octopus. It's a resin one, but I use it to sit my glasses behind so they don't slide off. And he just brings a little smile to my face every day. So he's my little diamond painting partner. So yeah, that's where he sits. So Gail, if you're wondering, that's where he sits. So I've got all myself set up here. If you're looking for this mat, this is an architect table that I'm on, or drafting table. So it tilts, it moves up and down. A lot of people in the diamond painting community use these. So I have one as well. So you've got spots to put everything. I've got some shelves in here now. You can see I'm starting to fill things up. But yeah, so basically this mat here is on the channel. I think I've got it listed as a computer mat on that, but I realized that it works really well out here. So I do have some clamps because I've got the chart has rolled off. So it's going right off here and it's rolled up under there. And I've got some, what do you call them? I've got some of these larger clips that hold it. So these are like large wonder clips. We use them in the quilting community. And then I've just got all my stuff up here and everything. I put a magnet on this, so it just sticks there now, even though I keep, knocking stuff out and whatnot. But, yeah, so I basically have a magnet on that, so it just sticks there and it doesn't get lost. I've got an Add More Zest tray, and I've got a couple of, I broke my Add More Zest pen. I'm pretty sad about that. But anyway, I dropped it and it cracked. So yeah, so that is what I'm going to be working on over the next however long it takes me. So that is the size. It's a 30 by 40 section. So that's 3 of these release papers by 3, and it works out to be a 30 by 40. So just like a bite-sized canvas that you might do is what we're going to continue on with. It is a square drill, and it is beautifully vibrant compared to that picture. It is absolutely stunning. So I've been working on this pretty much all year. I think I started it, Jenny, you'd probably know. I think I started it in, I want to say March. So let me bring that back over. Sorry about the clicking and clacking and all the things. So let me get rid of that. All right. Now, let me get it straight. That's the worst thing about moving it, is if you move it, then it's not where it was. All right, let me just bring that back over here and down here a bit. All right. There we go. That's all right. This is the spot we're going to focus on today. So you can see the release papers just come off, and then I'm going to work that area. I do have my light pad, but sometimes on camera it can play funny, a little bit funny. What's going on here? All right, I need to put something underneath that. Let me just get this little tray. This is an old light pad. So the bit in the center, like the power pack part, the plug that goes in, is really a little bit iffy. I think I might just not worry about the light, because that's sort of blowing it out a little bit, isn't it? All right, we might not worry about the light. And we'll take that, and that gets rid of that. That's a lot clearer. You can see what's going on there. So yeah, all right, let's have a look and see who's joining us today. We have Jenny. Welcome on in. Fabulous to see you crafting. Yes, I've had a little bit of, I've been on a little bit of a hiatus from crafting, and that you can imagine. So basically, I've been essentially crafting every day since 2018 for the channel up until this year. So that's, and most people sort of burn out. If you go back and look, a lot of smaller channels tend to not last too long, because of burnout and all that sort of stuff. We don't have a production team and all the things. So, so you can suffer from burnout. So I decided back in May that I was just going to take a break. There was other reasons as well. My marriage was a big reason as well. So, so that was that. So, yeah, I'm back. Good morning, Chrissy. How are you? Yeah, that's my girl. Thanks. 2 weeks in a row. I was going to do a slow stitching Saturday today, but I thought, you know what, I wouldn't mind doing some diamond painting. I do have some videos coming for you. I ran out of time this week. I filmed 8 videos for the book booktube, and I filmed 3. 3 videos for the craft channel. So, yeah, I just ran out of time. I ran out of time. Before I knew it was Friday, and I'm like, oh my God. And I do have Brennan's computer here, but I don't have all the bits and pieces on the computer to do the editing on it. So I've got to set that all up. That's my job today. So next week I can use his computer to edit and stuff, or mine, and I'll stream with his or something like that. So I'll probably actually stream with his because it's easier to move around. And then I'll edit on my computer because I have all the stuff on it. So yeah, so there are some videos coming. What they are, you'll have to wait and see. So the best way to do that, if you haven't already done so, is subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss a thing. And while you're there, don't forget to give me a thumbs up as well. I'd greatly appreciate it. So yeah, 2 weeks in a row. Look at me go. I don't know what's going on. And it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I went to bed at 2:30. What? Who am I? I admittedly, I'm going to have a nap before I finish up today at 3 o'clock. And I think Brennan's come pick me up about 4, and then I'm leaving the house, so I can't do anything on that. And we're just going to chill, and we've been doing a disconnect Sunday, which starts on Saturday nights. So we have been doing a disconnect. That means no phones or anything. We still have our phones because, like, you know, the kids and whatnot, but we're not on social media. We're spending time with each other. We have a nice simple dinner. I might have a drink because Brenda doesn't drink. We'll watch a little bit of Spanian. We've been doing that. And a Welsh guy, Simon, I forget his last name all the time, but he travels all over the world by himself. So I've been watching him. And Van Wives as well. They just purchased a 65-acre property in Canada that turned out to be a Russian survival camp back in the day. And we've been watching that since they started. So, but that happens usually on Monday. That's Monday nights watching. And so on Sundays, we wake up on Sunday morning, we have a big breakfast. I generally make sausages and eggs with fried tomatoes and some toast, and we just chill out and relax all day. And then I come back home on Sunday night at about 7 o'clock. Sometimes I'll stay till Monday, but if I've got a lot on, which I do this month because of NetGalley November, a massive book event that is being run over on the book channel with another 20 channels. So it's a big event. So basically that's all happening over there. All right. So Chrissy is trimming some threads on a quilt top. I finished yesterday before it gets quilted. Nice. I appreciate that as a quilter. I appreciate that you're doing that for your quilter. That is wonderful. On that. And I'm not Chrissy's quilter, just saying, but I appreciate that for that quilter. Excuse me. Oh, that came out of nowhere. I'm stitching a Quack Stack by Plum Street Sampler. Congrats on the quilt top, Chrissy. Yeah. Functional octopus. There you go. It is. Didn't mean to click on that then. It's a beautiful piece and it looks amazing in person. Because Jenny's actually seen this in person. I took it to stitching to switch it up. So I've got that many crafts. I can take whatever. I can take so much stuff on that. So yeah, crafting is meant to give us joy and peace. This is very true. It has its place in our lives when we have the space. It's always there when we need it. That's exactly right. And that's sort of the point I got to. I mean, for those that don't know, Jenny's actually a really good friend of mine. We've been stitching together since 2020 or 21? 2020. Just before COVID, we met Jenny in person. When I say we, that was me and Leanne, Morgana Stitchy Moon. So it's been, wow, Jenny, 5 years. My goodness. And then we were supposed to have a retreat in the May of 2020, but obviously that didn't happen. And then basically we have been pretty much hanging out ever since every Friday night because it didn't happen. I ended up doing a Zoom call. And, we've been hanging out every Friday since, I think, pretty much. Apart, like family gets in the way and, all right. Gail got me some fandangles things, and I'll tell you, I'm not too bright when it comes to opening them. I swear, they're idiot-proof. So anyway, so I'm using 310 at the moment. Now this chart is on the side, so all my if you see me being hesitant, it's because I've got to make sure that I've got the right symbol, and whatnot. So yeah, and this piece is going to be is going into my library. And it's going. I've got a 12-foot ceilings, and there's a space above my window, which it will be perfect for it, as long as an aircon doesn't go there, which that's possible it could. So it'll end up going in the center of the big green wall. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, library, there is videos on here. There is a video on here where on the beginning of my library journey, but most of it is over on my booktube. And that Marie is also here. Hello, Marie. Welcome on in. And saying hello to everybody in the chat. I know we are lucky to have met at the last Stitchy get together before everything locked down. It's exactly right. That is exactly right. We met each other then, and we have been friends ever since. We have cruised together. We have retreated together. What else have we done together? We've done lots of stuff. We've got drunk together. We've done a fair bit of stuff. It's good. It's fun times. And I'm forever grateful that I met you ladies as well, because it's hard to find friends. I've known Chrissy for a while too. I haven't met Chrissy online yet. I was supposed to, offline. I was supposed to last year, but circumstances didn't permit that. So that was a bit sad, but there's always the future. So yeah, I'm super glad I've met all the people that I have on the line. So yeah, I don't know when this is going to get finished, but because it's huge, and it's been a hot minute since I've done any diamond painting. As you can tell, I'm a bit unco. So yeah, this one's got the cool. I might do some multi-placing. I usually, with my multi-placing, you know what? I can't see with these glasses. I'm thinking, why am I getting so much reflection? It's because I don't have my little magnifiers. See how they've got that film on them? They block out so much computer light and all that stuff. So you can see it puts like a yellow, there's the camera as it is. And then when I put it over, it puts a yellow tinge, but it takes all the glare away. And they are amazing. I got them from the chemist. They were like $5 on special. Because the frames are really they're really thin. But yeah, these are my diamond painting ones, and they take the glare off, and it makes it super easy to diamond paint without a light as well, because it especially on we've seen before, it just blows out the camera when you put the light on. I've got too many on there. Nope, I didn't think so. So yeah, wow, 5 years. That 5 years has flown. We have been through a lot together, Jenny. But yeah, we catch up every Friday night. There's our Stitchy group, our virtual Stitchy group. And it's great. I don't get there every Friday night. Evidently I didn't get there last night. Because I was working. And sometimes, like Savannah will be here or something like that, and I haven't seen her for a while, so I'll spend the night with Savannah. But for the most part, we're on every Friday night, stitching our little butts off, diamond painting, doing all the crafts, having a bit of a wind down from the week, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like it. I like that I have that there, and it's definitely kept me sane over the last few years, that's for sure. So yeah, as I say, we've cruised together, we've done a lot of things together. It's actually quite amazing how much time has gone by, and how quickly as well. So yeah, so I was going to do some. Go on, straighten up. Good on you. I was going to do some slow stitching this morning, but I thought, you know what, I'll do some diamond painting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the money we've spent. That's right. We've gone. Oh, we've done. Like we've gone to Townsville. We've gone to a craft expo up there together because we've got a friend that meets up with us on Friday nights as well. And Michelle, and yeah, and so we went up to Townsville. Oh, we dropped some cash up there, geez. And we've gone to the Brisbane one as well. That was really good. I think we've been to 2 or 3, haven't we? We don't go every year. I know that. So yeah, we just go when we can. We don't go every year because your bank account just can't handle that. So yeah, and yeah, so we've done that quite a bit, dropping some cash, done some classes, met some strange people at, well, not strange, more characters. That Russian lady with the punch needle. Oh my god, that was so funny. All right, why do you not want to straighten up? It's just being rude there, square drill. All right. So, I've got those eyeglasses on so I can read again. All right. Who said we've had some people drop in? Let me have a look. Hello, just Kiwi. How are you? What are you working on today? You knitting on your beautiful blanket? Let us know what you're working on today because we love to know. Christina is also here reminding us to hydrate ourselves and all that sort of stuff. So for those that don't know who Christina is, because, hey, this is the craft channel and you probably don't. And it says BookTube Mama. Christine is our constant reminder to, as bookish people, we tend to sit and not move a lot. So Christina reminds us of that every time we're online. And we appreciate that immensely. So yeah. All right. Now, that is not going straight, but it will definitely straighten up when I put the next lot of drills in. All right. It's taken me a hot minute to get back into things. I will get into the swing of things in a moment. So yeah. And because I'm working on the side too, and I think that's throwing me off. So yeah, but there's another detour that's 66 pages. Ooh, I'll be knitting a bit later, says Jessica Kiwi. Nice. I did see that. Just had a shower. Oh, seriously, even over here on the craft channel? Just had a shower. Now I'm going to film for a certain someone. Nice. It is good advice, isn't it, Jenny? Because as crafters too, we do sit and not do. Christine is also a crafter as well. Crochets beautiful stuff, does diamond painting and all the things. So yeah. This is going to be a slow process. The problem is this chart is way too big for the table, so I have no choice but to turn it on its side. So yeah, which is okay. It'll just take me a hot minute. Like once I've done one square, I'll be fine. I'll get into the rhythm of it. And yeah, but right now I'm feeling really antiquated. I wish I could work on my diamond painting today, but we are clearing fall, giving the plants haircuts and a bit of cleaning. So we can put up the Christmas stuff soon. You put your stuff up after Thanksgiving, right? And there you go. You're crocheting your hat right now. Nice. Yeah, diamond painting is a bit tricky. You can't really do that if you've got, stuff happening around you, because you run the risk of, having spillage, which is not helpful. I do apologize for the shaky camera because the camera is actually connected to the table. I am working on rectifying that. I am getting the I'm pretty sure Brendan said he had a stud finder over at the workshop, so I'm going to bring that back with me because I've got some shelving to go up in here. I found a big thing of macrame yarn. So I'm going to do my macrame wall hanging. I already know what I'm going to be doing. It's not a wall hanging, sorry, doorway. So you know how back in the day, all you oldies from the 70s and 80s, that I'm one of those people. Yeah. Remember the beads that used to hang in doorways, and you'd go through and they'd make all those noises as you go through, and as a kid you probably sit there and whiplash everybody with them because you were playing with them. I'm doing that, but a macrame one, so it's not so violent when you go through. And I've been struggling to find a decent pattern, but because I was just going to originally just buy it because you can buy them, and I found them for like $30, and I thought I'll get 2 curtains from I think it was from AliExpress or Temu or somewhere like that, and I'm like, $30, I could take a risk, all that sort of stuff, that I played through that in my mind, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to like it because I do macrame or macrame, whatever it's how people say it. Down this neck of the woods we call it macrame, so if you call it macrame, I can't even say it. I'm sorry, but that's not what we call it down this neck of the woods. So yeah. Anyway, because I can do it, I was being lazy, and I'm like, I'll just buy them. As crafters, sometimes we don't want to make the stuff; we just want to buy it and have it and be done. So yeah, but then I decided, you know what, I can do this. I'm just going to make it. And because the pattern that I found, it's done in sections. So basically you have, I think it's like a 4-inch section that you do. And I've got, I think it's a 2 foot to do curtain. So I'm going to do 2. So it's a bit of a gather, and it sort of is a buffer. So when I put the aircon on, it stays cool in the lounge room. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I've got to work out how much cord. That's the only thing I haven't worked out at the moment. But I've got, I think, 300 meters on a spool at the moment. So I've just got to make sure that I can get those spools again, because I did order something and it said it was a 10 meter spool, and it came as a 10 meter skein. And I prefer to have the spools because I can put them onto a spike on a piece of boarding, and then I can, I don't end up with knots because it just spools off then. So yeah, so that's what I've got to make sure, because I got them from AliExpress ages ago. But I'm thinking that what I should do is probably just get a big roll. You can get ones that have got like 2 or 3, 400 or 500 meters on it. So yeah, they're big, like they're massive. You wouldn't even be able to fit on camera. That's that big. But I sort of need that much to do it. And because I'm turning my lounge room into like boho. And I'm making it as a curtain because then I can just put it on a curtain rod. I don't need to like get any special thick rods or anything like that. I can just put it on a curtain rod. So yeah, and that's what I thought I was going to do. And then I thought, you know what, I can film that. I can do a time lapse or something along those lines. I'll do, like a craft with me and do some of that, and do it as a little bit of a tutorial type thing too. That, so I don't know. I'm still playing around with it. The main thing is I actually have to find enough cording to do it, so that's the biggest issue right now. I mean, it's not expensive or anything like that. It's not cost prohibitive. It's just finding the right cording, finding the right size. I like to work with 3 to 4 millimeter. 4 millimeter is my sweet spot because it doesn't hurt my hands then. Because you can imagine you're doing a lot of knots. You've got to do them tight, and this has got a pattern up the top. So it's got like, say this is the curtain across the top. It's almost solid. And it comes down by, I think it's about 8 inches. It comes down the pattern, and it comes down into points, and then you've just got the rope hanging down. So yeah, so it's going to be a lot of work, but I can, as I said, I can do a little section at a time, which will be good. So it might take me a month of Sundays to do it, but at least I can have hanging there too. Like I don't have to find anywhere for it. I can just do a little section and then, and then go from there. All right, that glare is a pain in the backside. I'm just going to turn the lights. I've got a ute just outside my window, and that's all right. That's a bit better. A little less glare for me. And the glare is driving me absolutely mental because the sun is between my neighbour's carport and our carport, and it's reflected, like hitting onto the top of the car and reflecting straight into my eyes. And I'm like, I can't even see what I'm doing. So yeah, that's a bit better. I'll just darken it down. I'm glad I got the Venetian blinds in here. So this little room that I'm in now, for those that are new here, this is a little junk room that we had. And when I say junk room, everybody used it as a dumping ground. And I did some daily vlogs at the beginning of the year. Christ, that was all at the beginning of the year, or Eddie at the end. And I did some daily vlogs, and one of them was me cleaning this up and getting it organised. And then I found this awesome shelving that was really cheap. It came in a small box. It delivered to me free of charge because it was off Amazon, and it was like $58. It's not solid stuff, but it's perfect for diamond painting stuff because that's not heavy. So yeah. I'm drinking green tea, iced green tea this morning, which is good. Laughing at just Kiwi. I'm crocheting a hat right now, so I will work on that for a bit between house tasks. That's fair. Usually the tree will go up after Thanksgiving. The rest will depend on how much we get done today and tomorrow while Cud is home, and I hope I am feeling okay. Yeah. We have a set of those from the 70s. It's my eldest. It is my eldest. It has been passed down to him from his father and his grandma. Nice. Currently, it is wrapped in 100-year-old quilt from my great-grandma in the airtight bag. He has a place he can hang it until he has a place to hang it. Yeah. Yeah, those things were lethal. Like my brother, he used to. We had one at a couple of places we lived at. We had one, and then my mum finally got sick of him playing with it, and she got rid of it. But he used to whiplash as something chronic with it. He thought it was hilarious. Turnip. But yeah, I thought, knowing what I know and the damage that those bead things can do, I wanted it to, one, separate the diamond painting room. Excuse me. Separate the diamond painting room from the lounge room, and to sort of just so my craft is not constantly in my face. And then also, excuse me, my voice is just croaky. I've had 4 or 5 hours sleep. That's it. Okay, I think it's back. Got a little preview of Luna there. I wanted it to be a little bit more of a softer furnishing, not so beadish. And I think that the macrame will suit the style of lounge room that I'm doing. I'm not doing anything to that until I get back from the UK, which is only 8 weeks. We fly out on the 13th of January, so it's only 8 weeks away. I've still got to drive to Brisbane to get my damn passport. So the lady down at the post office asked me several times, would you like it delivered to Kingaroy? Yes, please. That's where it is, Brisbane. 3 times. She asked me 3 times. I said Kingaroy. Apparently I didn't do the right dance, maybe. I'm not too sure. But anyway, and I live in a small country town, so I can't exactly go down and say anything to them because stuff will probably start to go missing because, yes, they're probably that petty. So I just figured, well, I'll get a trip down to Brisbane I'm okay with that. So yeah. I'm thinking I can't see again. Yep, that's because I have my reading glasses on, not my diamond painting glasses. I don't go super fast either when I do this. So if you're expecting someone to be like super speedy, it's not going to happen. I just relax and do it. It's about enjoying the process. That's why it's called either slow stitching that day, or like today, it's slow crafting. Because I am a multi-crafter as well. It's yeah. So I got as you know, I do stuff over on the BookTube side of YouTube, and yesterday I got an email from Fox Chapel Publishing and asking me if I wanted to be on their advanced reader copy list. So I'm like, sign me up. Because I recently just did a review for them, and yeah, so I will be able to bring you new publications that are coming out from them, and like they do all sorts of things: knitting, crafting, crocheting, books, all that sort of stuff. If you're in the crafting realm, you know exactly who they are and what they produce. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. So I've been I emailed them back and said, yes, please. Thank you very much. So yeah, so I will be hopefully getting some advanced reader copies soon. And yeah, I'll be able to talk about some of the books that they're bringing out, keep you have your finger on the pulse of what's coming out and all that sort of stuff. So you'll get to see that on my community tab here. And then, yeah, so keep an eye on that. And if you subscribe to the channel, you should get notifications when I put stuff up on there. So yeah, you'll get to see it when it's coming out and all that sort of stuff. And if I end up with some physical copies, or even I nearly dropped that then, some digital copies, I'll be able to show you a couple of pictures of what it looks like in there, and do. Remember when I used to do the pattern reviews and stuff, and book reviews? Not necessarily book, but just have a look inside it. I think I did a couple of books where we just have a look inside it and all the rest of it. That was stuff that I purchased myself, and so you could see what you got for your money and stuff. So yeah, I thought, I could bring that back again. We can, talk about the new crafty books and stuff. Of course, I'll have to get permission and stuff to show pictures and everything, but I'm pretty sure they'll be okay if I show one or two. That's not hard. Just it's an email and go, hey, I want to show this on my. Can I quote this? Can I do this? So yeah, I have been reviewing this month. I've been doing a lot of reviewing for some cookbooks and stuff. I found some little gems. I reviewed one last night. I think I did the review. Did I post the review? Yeah, I did. I posted the review. I wrote the review. I just can't remember whether I posted it or not. So yeah, over on Goodreads, I posted a review for The Soul of Spice, and it's a guy from the United States that he lost his mum and stuff, and he was a chef, and he sort of lost his way, and he had a really good friend that lived in India, and he went to India and next door neighbor, sorry, and then he ended up going to India and learning how to cook proper Indian food and all that sort of stuff. It's sort of part travel diary / learning about the history of the food in that region, and then recipes. There's 150 recipes in it, and I'm like, I've got to stop reading these cookbooks, man. But I'm actually going to be purchasing that one, because that was by Cedar Mill Press, that one. And Cedar Mill Press is another little independent crafting, and like they do a lot of recipe ones. They do occasionally do craft ones, but they do a lot of cookbooks and stuff like that. And yeah, and I was reading that. Just some of the food looked amazing in it, and I'm like, I need to go shopping. But it would be a really good one because he does go into detail about like about the spices, where some of the cuisine came from, what influenced it, and all that sort of thing. I didn't realize until I read that, and then I went and had a bit of a look. But a lot of Indian, there's a lot of well, not a lot, but there's quite a number of dishes that are Persian inspired, so which makes sense because before it was all split up into countries and stuff like that. That was quite a big area of because I think India's only had their independence since the 1940s, isn't it? Prior to that, they were part of the British Empire, and then prior to that, I think that they were like all that area was part of Persia, wasn't it? Or close to it. I'm not totally up on my geographical history, but some of the things I really remember, and even some of the things that were said in it, I know I didn't realise that Persia was such a heavy influence on that. And I'm like, ooh, that's cool. That makes sense. When you read something, you're like, oh, that explains a lot. So yeah, had a couple of those moments, but really well presented. Like it was so pretty to look at. Like just to look at the pictures in it was super pretty. I love all things India, hence the Om tattoo that I have on my wrist, which looks crooked when you look at it, but it is actually straight. That just when it comes up like that looks crooked, it's not. So I've always been a little bit obsessed. My eldest daughter's name is Dharma, which means path to truth, and is also like part of the Hindi dogma. And excuse me while I just pour a drink. Sorry, a bit noisy with the water coming out and spilling on me. That was nice of myself to do that. I don't know why that's dripping. Tighten that up a bit. Got my big 2-litre bottle of green tea. I just get 5 green tea bags and make it in a cup. So in this cup here. And then I put it in the fridge overnight, and then I've got it for the next day. And I just drink it as a nice tea, no sweetener, no nothing in it, just straight up tea. I don't do sweeteners and stuff in my drinks. Stopped that 21 years ago. So what has been happening with the family? All right, so we now have a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old. I don't know when that happened, but apparently that happened just recently. They're doing really good. They're just cruising along, doing their thing. As you probably heard last week, I was talking about Darvanalee purchasing her own home. We are still waiting on soil samples, so I'm sure that we'll get that this week, I'd say. They did say it might take a couple of weeks, but, the ever impatient Darvanalee. But she's doing it all on her own. Like she'll ring us or she'll ring Brendan. Most times she rings Brendan because Brendan used to be a real estate agent and asking questions about certain things that are happening and all that sort of stuff. And, of course, we've bought a house, and that's something that they've connected on and whatnot. So, yeah, I'll stay out of it. Anyway, so she's for the most part, she's gone and done this all on her own. She's, done the contracts, all the things. And, so she's doing really well, and I'm super proud of her for doing that. I mean, she's really focused on getting into a house of her own, and she's doing all the right things, not spending the money, saving every penny, doing it overtime, all that sort of thing. And so by the end of probably the end of summer, she'll have her own place on that, because I would dare say it's going to take a little while because, of course, she signed a contract. She's just like a dad. Whenever he signs a contract, it's always around public holidays. So we're always waiting for the banks to be open or whatever the case may be. She's decided to do it over summer, so that's our storm season and wet season, so that's handy. So she's aware of that, though. But she's, I think last week I told you, sorry about the noise, just trying to get these out. I said that she had picked out all the colouring and everything for her place, so that's all done. It's just a point of just waiting for these soil samples to come back, and then she can get all the contracts and everything. They can get stuck into it. But as I said, it is summer, so it is going to be, a lot of wet weather stuff. And I have already prepped her for that because I said, like they can't do building when it's raining. So she's well aware of that, which is good. So there's not high expectations that she's going to be into it soon, but she is chapping at the bit to get into it and get it done. I have to find where my tweezers have gone. I thought I had tweezers in here, but apparently I do not. Interesting. Where would they be? When you're like, you've got something somewhere and you're like, where have they gone? I'm having one of those moments at the moment. They are normally here. Where have they gone? I will have to go out to see if I can find another pair outside in the craft room and put them in here. I've just got a little bit of I don't know what it is actually. It looks like it's a bit of dried putty or something that's got down in the... There we go. I just took it out with the putty. Yeah, that got rid of it. It was annoying me because I didn't want it to get down onto the canvas. All right, so we are moving on to the next color, which is, I think we might go with 938, which is a brown. So there's lots of browns in this this little chart, but the colors do pop on it. I absolutely love it when they pop. Like you've got all the dark colors, and then all of a sudden you get these bright colors, and they just pop right out. And the globe stands out so well. Like I don't think you can see it very much up here, but if I move the camera, I won't get it in the right position, so we'll just leave it. So yeah, the kids are doing good. Mia's doing good. What else has been going on? Nothing really. They're all just cruising along, which is great. I'm happy about that because that means that everybody's happy. So yeah, I am, as you know, getting back into my crafting. I don't know if there's there'll be videos coming out. They won't be as many as I used to put out because I've got other things going on. And when I get back from the UK, I'm going to be learning a new skill. I'm going to learn how to use the mill over at the workshop, which basically reconditions heads off motors. And I've asked Brendan, in exchange for me doing that, I've asked Brendan to teach me how to weld. So I'm going to learn how to weld. And I have a project in mind that I want to make. So it's actually something for him. But yeah, and it's the perfect opportunity for me to do it because he's starting to slow down. So he'll teach me how to do that. And then I can do a video series around it. I think it'll be pretty cool. It's going to be a junkyard series. And I don't know if I told you last week. I think that I might have. We've got a camper van that we're going to be doing up as well. So yeah, we're going to do that up, and I'm going to do, just show you what we do in it and all that sort of stuff. And there might be some footage around us doing a little bit of traveling around Southeast Queensland. So we can't go too far because we're not retired yet, but we can do some weekends and stuff, right? I know, right? 8 weeks, how exciting. That will go quickly. Yes, it will. It definitely will. I just thought I'd better look at some of the comments. Yay. Yeah, I was super, you have no idea. I did my neighbours must have thought I lost the plot yesterday because all they would have heard is squealing and me jumping up and down. And of course I live on a house that's made of wood. So when you jump up and down, there's banging and all the things because it's elevated. And so, yeah. Oh, there goes Alfie running down because the dash outs across the road are barking. Winston, I think his name is. So yeah, so that was super exciting about the I couldn't believe it because Coda sent me a message going, check your email. I sent you something. I'm like, yeah, cool, no worries. I went in looking for the email. I'm like, Coda, you didn't send me an email, but I got this. And like, I just thought, oh yeah, it's just, them saying, thank you for writing a review. Can you post it onto Amazon? And yes, that was the email. But then down the bottom, we had the little extra bits, and I'm like, oh. So I squealed like nothing else. I'm positive I set the dogs of the neighborhood off. So yeah. And so I'm super, super chuffed with that. It's sort of like, it's almost like, like even if nothing eventuates from it, it's nice to have been recognized that I wrote a good review and they were happy with it. And yeah, all of that jazz, a little bit of recognition is always nice. So yeah, I was pretty happy with my little recognition yesterday. So I promptly replied to that. I'm like, yeah. And not only that, they also offered me a physical copy of the book as a thank you for such a lovely review. But it was exactly how I felt. Like it was, how like you get knitting books, and this one was about meditative, slowing right down, not being in a rush, like sort of like my slow stitching and stuff, just cruising along like I'm today. I'm not trying to get a whole section finished within an hour, just sitting here having a cuppa with you guys and just chilling out, right? Well, that's what this knitting book was. And it was really simple stuff in it as well. So and it wasn't just, jumpers and all that sort of stuff. It started right back at the beginning. There was, there was some, I think one of them had a napkin holder. So you could just make like a little napkin holder, something quick, easy. Then there was a couple of shawls where it's just the same stitch. So it's very Zen-like. And I really liked it. It was laid out. It was very calming to read as well. And it was just laid out really nicely. Now, I can knit, but I'm not a knitter. I can read the patterns. I can do all the things and whatnot. I'd like to become a knitter. I'd like to be able to make some stuff. I've just recently branched out into making garments in crochet. And I made a shawl, which you would have seen at the beginning of the year, that has gone off to its home. And so, yeah, because I'm not a shawl wearer, but I wanted to make one. So I sent that off to a friend. And, so I was super excited yesterday when I got it. And I'm like, I really liked that book. And to actually them say, I'm not expecting it because they're in America and chances are they're not going to want to ship to Australia. It won't cost much because it's because in America they've got media mail, which is a lot cheaper apparently. So to send a book, it's not super expensive. But it was just nice to get that. I really do want the physical copy because it's craft books will cost they're a hobby in themselves. Anyway, I would love to have that copy of that because I think that would be a good way for me to get into a little bit of knitting. I know I can hear you all. Do you need another craft, Nicole? I already knit, so I already am doing that. I've been doing that since I was little, but I don't do it very often, so it's like restarting over again every time I pick up knitting needles. It's ridiculous. The same as crochet as well. But I do like it. I've got a scarf that I probably should get some stitches into it so I can take it with me to England. And I did find a ball of chained Noro wool, which is a Japanese brand of wool, and it's silk with mohair. I found that chain. I thought I'd lost it. I thought it must have got thrown out accidentally, and I was right the other day, and I'm like, oh, there you are. I found you, so I can turn that. Which I will probably do that. So I've got a couple of scarves, so if one gets wet or whatever, I can sort of hang it out or hang it over a seat, and I've got one to still wear because I'm not good with the cold, and I'm going there in winter. So we'll see how we go. We'll get there. We'll get there, and we'll worry about it then. I am getting my thermals and everything this month. Savannah started getting her stuff. We've booked our tickets. We've booked our accommodation. I believe Savannah booked our accommodation for when we get there. I'll have to. We'll probably go and do that if we haven't done it. We'll go and do that when we get my passport, because I'm gonna have to go down. She's got her last exam today, so I've sort of got my phone sitting here watching it. So she's got her last exam for the year today, and then she's finished. So then she'll probably come up here, and we might just zip down in her car or something. Down to her place and go and get my passport, and we'll leave early morning. I'll drive and she'll sleep, and then we'll catch the train in from her place. And then I'll have that. I was so spewing when I got that email. I'm like, are you kidding me? I should probably ring them because I don't know when I'm going to get down there. I guess it's there until I pick it up, right? Because I've paid for it. They won't revoke it because I haven't picked it up, will they? They won't revoke it, will they? I don't think they would. It's just that I live, like, they can see by my address that I'm not local. So, yeah. But I will have to get down there in the next week or so to get it. We'll see how we go. Ideally, if I could leave it until December, because in a month from today we're down in Brisbane, Brendan and I, we go down on the Sunday and we're there until the Tuesday because we've got the AC/DC concert. So we're staying because it's going to be a late night. We decided we're going to stay an extra night, which is so rare for Brendan to do that because he's a little workaholic. I'm like, okay, cool, no worries, we'll do that. We found a good place. It's close. It's a 49-minute walk from the hotel to the stadium, but it's only 3 Ks from the stadium. So it's a good location, but if we can't get transport, we can just walk it. We're not going to be drunk or anything like that, so we'll just walk it, grab some food on the way or something. So that's all booked and ready to go. So I'll be down there for AC/DC. And so if I might ring them and just say, look, I'm not down in Brisbane until X, Y, Z. Can I pick it up then? And so that should be okay. I've just got to go in and pick it up. I don't have to have an appointment or anything like that I'm aware of. That doesn't say anything like that in the email. It's just that's where the woman bloody put it for me to get it. I'm like, oh. Savannah's got hers. Hers got sent to her at the post office. Mine, however, did not. All I thought to myself when I read the email is, why did you even ask me the question if you were going to ticket that I had to pick up from Brisbane? That was the first thing I thought. And I'm like, thanks, guys. Do without it. And we've had car trouble too. So, that doesn't help either because Savannah's car. So my car was the first one on my clutch. Mine's 26 years old and we've never really had to work on it, just maintenance and stuff, but nothing major. The clutch hasn't gone yet, but it's started to slip and it started slipping more. And so I'm just I rang Red and I'm like, I'm taking it off the road. And he's like, yeah, cool, no worries. So I pulled it off the road a couple of months ago. I think the last time I drove it, it was to stitching, and on the way home, it was slipping as I was coming up the Black Butte Range. And that is not a place where you want to break down. It's hard for Brendan to come and pick the car up because it's on a hill. You've got there's room, but there's traffic constantly coming up it, and so it's not a place you want to break down. So I pulled it off the road, and so then I was driving the Courier, which was fine, just a little old Ute that we had until we got another car on the road. And then got the so I was driving that for a while, and then we got the XR5 on the road. My husband has a lot of toys that are just in sheds, and so we got that on the road, but that's got an electrical problem. Damn it. So it broke down the other day. I couldn't, it kept stopping on that. So I'm like, oh my God. And then after my WRX, Savannah's car played up. And then, so Neryl's car played up. So I had to fix that. Then Savannah's car played up. So I had to fix that. So I kept going back to this little courier, but we've now sold the courier because some people that Brendan deals with all the time had an accident and they needed a car. So the only car he had to sell him was the courier. So, and I was back in the XR5, which we thought we solved the problem. No, we did not. So yeah, now I'm actually grounded. I have no car to drive. Brennan is currently he registered a Ranger, a 4-wheel drive Ranger, that he's been working on over the last, it'd be the last 6 months or whatever. And so that got registered yesterday. So I'll be driving this big truck, but it's, it's a car. So, and it's so funny watching me get in and out of this truck. It's so big. The only thing it doesn't have on it is a side step. So I've got to like throw myself into the car and then I fall out of the car because it's so high. Like I've never felt so dwarfed by a car in my life. But it's a 4-wheel drive that because we want to go and do a little bit of adventuring and stuff on weekends as well. So, go for a drive, go do a little bit of 4-wheel driving, maybe go over to Fraser and stuff like that. So it's perfect for that. Like it's absolutely jamming for that. So so I'll be driving this truck. I'll take a picture of it and put it on in the I look like a midget, okay? I feel like an ant next to it. So yeah. It's and I'm like, I just laughed the other day. I'm like, I've never felt so tiny in all my life standing next to this car. I think I even have to stand on tippy toes to see in the window properly. It's a bloody truck. But anyway, I appreciate the fact that he's got it on the road for me. He's had a hard time with it too because there's been issues with the lights and stuff, but they finally got that sorted out now. So took a bit. Apparently, it's a common problem with them. So he's, I think he's just doing some final touches today. I think the aircon got done yesterday, so I won't have to drive along with the window down. I mean, I could hang tough, like have my arm out, get a full sleeve tattoo, look real tough. Isn't that what they do? So yeah. Anyway, so the aircon got done yesterday, and there's just there was an issue with the lights, but apparently it's quite common with them, the brake lights and the circuit breaks and stuff. So it's fixable on that, and so they've been working on that for the last couple of days. So that should be done today, apparently. So Brendan will come pick me up, and then I will drive that home tomorrow. So yeah, so I've been grounded all week. Feel like a naughty girl. I'm just being grounded. You're not allowed to go anywhere. Stay home. But anyway, that's okay. All my craft and all my readings here. So I'm okay with that. I don't need to people out in the big wide world. But yeah, we still haven't fixed the XR5. But the dash is going up to a guy that does electronics and stuff here in Kingaroy. So it's going to go to him, and he's going to go through all the wiring and make sure that all the motherboard's okay and all that sort of stuff, because it's something in the dash. It's not actually the car itself. So with the XR5, what happens is we'll be driving along, and then it'll start to throw alarms. So it'll say, like, the last one was the transmission, the steering transmission. I'm like, the steering, was it steering? Yeah, the steering and transmission came up, and then there was the engine. So as a safety measure, so you can't keep driving it, it cuts out. So you can't accelerate. There's no acceleration. So they did that to me the other night, and So picture this, right? Middle of the night. I think it was about 10:30. I was coming home. It was later than normal. Driving along. I've left Brendan at his place, and I'm driving along on a country road, no moonlight, middle of nowhere, dark as anything, and your car breaks down. If that's not an urban myth waiting to happen. And then to top it off, I'm parked there. I've got my hazards on. I've rang randomly I've broken down. He goes, yeah, all right, I'll unload the truck because he was loaded, so ready for the next day. He goes, I'll unload the truck, I'll come and get you. I'm like, yeah, cool, no worries. That. So I was sitting there and I've got my mobile phone. I'm watching YouTube, and that luckily I had service. I'm watching YouTube, and so I was okay with that. And then cars are driving past, the trucks, all the semis are going past, and all that sort of stuff. And then I'm sitting there, and I was actually on the phone to Brendan at the time, and someone pulls up right behind me, and because it's night, the lights are on, I can't see who it is. And I'm like, this is an open myth waiting to happen. Anyway, I put the window down a little bit, and of course, the electrics are gone. I can't lock anything. Okay, so I can't lock the door. I'm holding onto the door. I've got Brendan on the phone, and this old guy. Excuse me. This old guy comes up to the window and goes, and I'm like, I put the window down. I'm like, can I help you? As if he's like, why are you in my space? What are you doing here? Like, why are you talking to me? Anyway, it was nice of him to stop, because you're right, you need any help or anything like that. I'm like, no, but the truck driver, the tow truck is on the phone right now. He's coming to get me. And then it's okay, thanks. I'm like, absolutely shitting myself because I'm scared of the dark and I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's creepy things in the dark. All right? I know it sounds childish, but there's creepy things in the dark. So, yeah. So that was my experience the other night. And then Brendan come and save me. So yeah. Robin has just dropped in. Hello, Nicole. Just thought I'd stop in as I am taking a break from my puzzle. It was either going to be my puzzle or my new diamond painting today. That's fair. No. Thank you, Christina. I don't know why I'm sneezing today. But yeah, so I was a little bit scared. I felt like a little girl in the middle of nowhere. Come rescue me. So, yeah. And then he got there and he thought maybe it might have been something to do with the battery, because the battery can do that too on these cars. And then it started and it went. So he followed me and I got just in the Kingaroy and it did it again. And that's when I went, I'm not driving it anymore. That's it. I'm done. So yeah. So I'll be in the big Ranger. But the anxiety of sitting in the middle of nowhere in the dark, oh my God. What? Like, just call me Chicken Little. So yeah. I don't know why I'm so scared of the dark. I've always been scared of the dark and what's in it. It's not the dark itself, it's what's in the dark. Who knows? Probably locked in a dungeon in my last life. Wouldn't surprise me. I don't think I don't think it was a good experience anyway to be scared, because I've been scared of the dark since I was a little kid. So yeah, I don't know why. I don't want to look too deep. I don't really want to know. If I don't know, right? What you don't know can't hurt you. Or in my case, if it's in the dark, it can, because I'm scared. It's weird how you have these fears, eh? That spins me out. All right, that is all of those ones done, so we can put them back in. We'll do a little bit more, and then we might call it a day, because I do have other stuff to do as well. I've got a couple of reviews to write. Oh, crap. You'll hear that a lot when I diamond paint. I'm actually really looking forward to having this one finished. There's another one that I want to do. It's a witchy one. Oh, it's so gorgeous. And next year, I am doing a big piece, my Heaven and Earth piece. So I'm doing that with my good friend, Kale. We're both doing the Heaven and Earth. And they're all stuck together. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. These are all got a lot of static on them. I don't have any dry sheets at the moment, because you put a little bit of a dry sheet in it and it takes the static out, but sometimes also shaking them does it too. So, and in this case, it did not. See how they stick in the jar? The static in there, so I have to go and get some dry sheets. I did have some, but I do not know where they went. I cannot find them. They're probably with the colour catchers that we're missing as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Savannah goes, oh, dry sheets, I'll take those. Because that happens a lot around here too. So yeah, I put things in the cupboard and I'll go, I swear I had some marinara sauce in the cupboard. And I'm like, I'm senile, am I? I don't think I am. I just have teenage kids that shop in the cupboard. So yeah. Well, I love working on squares. It just looks so good. But yeah, I'm going to get a really nice frame for this. Like, I'm going to get it done, and I'm not going to leave it sitting there. I'm actually going to get the frame pretty much straight away. I'm going to frame it myself. I'm going to use an Australian company here, and I am going to put it behind glass. So it is going to cost me a pretty penny for the frame, but I think it's well worth it. And I'm going to go with a dark, maybe a mahogany frame, mahogany or walnut maybe. I don't want to do a cedar because it goes too red, and I think that even though that'll look good on the green, I think more a mahogany or a walnut would look better because of the colours that are in this. So I love that sound when they all click in together. So satisfying. Hopefully it wasn't too wobbly for you. I will get those shelves up, and then I can the shelf on the wall, and it's not going to wobble then. So why do you guys want to be up there? You are black. You need to be where the blacks need to sit and stop moving up into the next section. Stop it. There we go. Right. I like it when you've done a lot and you're just sort of filling in. It goes so quick. And you can multi-place. I love multi-placing too. It's you feel like you get a lot more accomplished. It is a little bit more fiddling. Like I do fiddle around a little bit more with the multi-placing, and I can't really do multi-placing with the round ones. Like I can, but I feel like I fiddle with them a little bit more. But the squares, because they all just sort of snap into place, I tend to like them a bit better. And I do swap pens because I've got putty in the one that I'm using with the multi-placer. And so I use another one to just wait, what's wrong with you? To just straighten it up a bit. And once I've done a section, because I just work in sections, once I've done a section, I'll straighten it all up, and it looks so much, and like if you've got a light behind it, it'll look really crooked, like you've got all these gaps and everything. It's not until you take the light away and you step away from it that you see how nice they look, and it almost looks like a painting when you step away from it, which is absolutely fantastic with the square ones. So I do like doing squares, but I also enjoy doing the round ones. I just think the finish on the square ones is really nice. I like the look of it, and it, when you, as I said, if you're, a few meters away from it, and you can go and have a look at some of my vlogs from early this year where I've looked at it, showing you through the camera, with the light behind it, and then without, you can see how good it looks. So yeah. But there's a lot of brown and black in this one. A lot of, for all the cross stitches out there, 3, 3, 7, 1, 9, 3, 8, 3, 10, and 9, 3, 9. Bane of my existence. Those colours in cross stitch and also in diamond boning. You can see when you're filming how quick it goes. I'm glad that because I pulled this down last week and didn't set it back up during the week. So, but I thought, I should get that set up. And then I set it up yesterday Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Yesterday or the day before I set it up, and I thought, and I was going to work on it, and I didn't end up working on it yesterday. And then I thought, oh, I'll do it as a, as a live show, hang out for a little bit, and then just go about the rest of my day, and I'll get some drills down. I mean, the sections that I work on are larger. That a lot of other people just do like smaller sections. I actually like doing these bigger sections with the diamond paintings because I feel like I'm making more progress. Not quick or anything. I just feel like I'm making more progress. I feel like, I work in this big one. I'm working 3 by 3, so I do 9 of these. And that's 9 of these sections, and that's 30 centimeters by 40 centimeters. And this whole thing is 70 centimeters high, and it's 99 centimeters wide, which is in inches, 39 inches by 27.6 inches. So it's not a small canvas by any stretch of the imagination. So I have to rotate it because it's too big to fit on the table as well, so I do have to rotate it. So right now I'm working up the side and then I'll spin it, and then I'll do the top across the 99 centimeters, which I won't have that because it'll be 40 centimeters off that. It'll only be 50 centimeters left of that. And then I think there's 1, 2, 3, and that comes up to that. So then there'll just be the other end that I'll have to do, which won't be too much. It took me about 2 months of not working on it solidly, just doing a little bit every day. Sometimes I missed a little bit and whatnot. It took me about 2, maybe 3 months to do the bottom 99 centimeters. I don't like to rush my pieces either because they're not exactly cheap. I do buy my pieces this one was actually a gift from a friend, but I do actually buy my pieces from Diamond Art Club. And there is a link up down below to this particular chart, but I think it might be out of stock. But if you want this particular chart, then there is a link down below. And if you use that link, I will get, if you're a new customer to Diamond Art Club, I will get a 15% commission from them, and that helps support the channel. So please use any of the links on my channel. They're all affiliate links, and they, as I said, they do help support my channel, and that would be greatly appreciated. And if you're not using the affiliate links, just by turning up, watching, give me a thumbs up, and leaving a comment and interacting with the channel also helps as well. And of course, you can do super chats and stickers, and that also again helps the channel and whatnot. So but just using the affiliate links and all that sort of stuff really does help. And being here and watching my videos, and even watching past videos also helps as well. Might be something you want to make off the channel. You can check that out. As I said earlier, if you go back to the beginning of the stream, because I'm not going to move the camera now, but there is a mat that I use on my drafting table, and it really does help with keeping everything in place. And it takes maybe 15 minutes to make, if that, 10, 15 minutes. If you're a seasoned sewer, it'll probably take you 10 minutes from start to finish, because there's no quilting involved or anything like that. It's just, a sewn mat. But it keeps, I've got all this stuff up here, all my pens and everything. It stops them all from rolling because my table's on an angle. You check that out. Get yourself a little mat. You can, personalize it. I've got a little one that's got sewing machines and flowers and buttons and spools and just, sewing motions and stuff on it. On that, which I really like. It's very fancy indeed. All right, but I'm not going to be hanging out with you until I finish this section today, because I know that you've all got things that you want to go and do on this lovely Saturday. So we might just get this line to be nice and straight, and then we might wrap it up from there. I've got some book reviews to do. I've got some prep work to do for next week. I've got some paperwork I've got to get done this morning. Because I did go to bed, I was naughty and stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning. I should have known better, but anyway, it was nice to hang out with my mates and my best me. I am going to cut a nap before I go to Brendan's today because he's tired. I'll end up falling. He will talking to me and I'll probably fall asleep on him, and that's not very nice. And tomorrow we're going to be doing some stuff over at the workshop in the way. Yeah, so we'll still be doing a little bit of a disconnect day, which will be good. I like our disconnect day. Into silence, and whatever happens, happens, as they say. We do periodically check our phones though because of the kids and that. So, because sometimes they are heading our way and we might not be there, so we can tell them where we are or whatever the case may be. It's coming together. Look at that. We have started on this section. So for those that have joined late, this section that I'm working on here, I can't really see, you see where my hands are because the camera, I'll lift it up in just a second, is a 30 by 40. So if you've been diamond painting, they generally call that snack size. So that's sort of what I'm doing. And I can usually, if I sit there and concentrate on it, this one's got a little bit of confetti in it. I can usually do a snack size in 2 or 3 days. But as I said, I like to just sort of take my time and enjoy these canvases because they're so big, have a bit of a chit chat with all of you, sit here and do some at night, maybe watch a movie, listen to a book or whatever the case may be. But yeah, look at that. Look how good that looks. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. So the next time you see this, I will have finished this section because I don't like to leave it too long either because of dust and stuff, because it is near a window. Although I don't get the direct sunlight in here anymore because we've got new carports. So yeah. But it's come together. Like, I'm really happy with it, how it's all coming together. Let me just bring it up a little bit so you can see there. I'm always a bit antiquated with the cameras. So this is the section I'm doing. It goes underneath the mat. Let me just come up a little bit higher. There we go. It goes underneath the mat a little bit. So that there is the, there's that magnet. The top is at the top of the screen of where the release papers finish. So that whole section is a 30 by 40. And I like where, as I said, I had to turn it because it's 99 centimeters, and I'm pretty sure that it's 80 centimeters to table because this is 70 centimeters this way, and there's probably another, about, because it's 70 centimeters the drill area, so there's another 10 centimeters, so it's 80 centimeters wide by, I would say, 60 high maybe. So yeah, let me just measure it. So that's all that's going to fit on there. I've got my measuring tape here. Oh, look at that. I did it on the nose. And it's, what I say, across 80. It's a bit bigger across. 83, 84. Look at that. Look at me eyeballing it. So that's why it doesn't fit on there. So I've got the other side of this chart rolled up, and it's being held together with wonder clips and some bigger clips. If you want to see the whole setup, there at the beginning I showed you what was going on. I took the camera off the mount, see my setup and everything like that. And so it doesn't fit on there, so I've got to rotate it. So that's what I've done here. I've actually turned it, and I'm working. That's why you probably can't see, but the drill symbols are on an angle, so I've got to remember that I'm looking on an angle, but it looks really good. It looks like a painting, so you can see there, like that's from the distance, and that's a square drill. Like you can see the shininess to it, but yeah, it just I love the squares. They just look really nice. They're really, really nice. So yeah, that. All right, let's go down, and you can get a bit of a closer look, so you can see the drills. There we go. Yeah. So they just all sit nicely. I do really like the squares for sure. But that's what we've done today. So we started here, and we've got all of that done, and we've got all of that done. So I'll just have that little bit left there to do. But for now, the release paper will go back and stick down, and then it's all covered up and dust free. Let's have a look and see some people join us. We have Cherry Blossom Craft UK. So that's Tallulah. Hello and welcome in. Thank you for being here. I got about 4 or 5 rows done on the hat and started coordinating on a new one, on one now. Coordinating and started coordinating on one now. Yep, cool. Cherry Blossom. Faithful, is that right? From BookTube? Just your little emoji things there. Gave me a bit of a clue. Welcome on in. Thanks for being here. It is looking good, right? It's going to look, what do you reckon? Like, I reckon a walnut or mahogany frame on it, and detail in the frame, like have it look like, you know, old school framing from, say, the Victorian era, because it's very, like, the picture, if you look at it, like, it's very vintage. Like, look at the books in the background, they look very like these books here. Yeah, so I think having a walnut or mahogany frame ornate as well, so, like, you know, color, like engravings and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think that is going to suit it really well, and it'll look really good on the green wall on that. So, because above the window in the library is a green wall, and the main wall where the couch. So it'll just, I think there is an aircon going in there. So it'll depend where that sits, and I'm guessing that's going to be over the window, which makes sense. That, so yeah. But yes, caught you live. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Yes, I want to see pictures too. Please do share. It's been fun. It's not working. It's not going up. There we go. It took a bit. Been fun hanging out and crafting with you again, Nicole. Thank you. You're welcome, Christina. I've got to do a little bit of planning and stuff. But yeah, there'll be leading up to Christmas a couple of early morning streams and stuff, because I'm also doing stuff over on BookTube. And yeah, and so hopefully I will get some live streams in, but I'll definitely be working on the Saturday ones for sure, because I like the Saturday morning ones. As long as I don't have anything on, I generally do it. And this morning I was set up. I actually got out of bed at 7. And it was actually a lot easier to set this up because I just moved Brendan's computer in here and it was good. So yeah. Don't forget, if you've been lurking in the background, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell notification, tap the like button. And if you're watching the replay, hey, welcome on in, and thanks for being here and watching. Make sure that you do all the things as well, and leave me a comment on what you were working on. And of course, sometime soon, I won't give a day because things always change. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, keep an eye out. Some stuff is going up. I've got some videos to edit this week, so hopefully I'll get them all sorted and up as well. And one last reminder, remember to hydrate and feed yourself. Check your laundry, take your meds, stretch, show some love to the like button, ring the bell and sub, and hopefully you'll get notified. And with that, I'm going to bid you all farewell. Thank you so much for being here, everybody, and hanging out with me on this Saturday morning. I hope that you got some crafting done, and I'll see you all again in the next video. Bye for now.